Hi, Elle Ingalls here this afternoon on this amazingly glorious Saturday in Michigan. I'm back in Michigan, and the title of this is This is for the World, Elle. Like, this is for the world. I was just in Naples with some coaches from around the world, actually, Europe and the US, and met a new friend, actually had her stay with me in an Airbnb. Her name's Pamela Barton, amazing coach. If you go down through my feed and you will hear her talk about some really important things, especially for women. But as we were getting ready to leave, she and I are packing up, and she said to me, you know, Elle, this is for everyone in the world. What you have is for everyone in the world. And it brought me to tears. I'm kind of crying right now because all of these years, this is the beginning of the 10th year of Pressure Free. I'm celebrating my 9th anniversary this month. And I've always been trying to figure out my target market. Is it professionals? Is it executives? Is it student athletes? Is it high achieving students? You know, you'll hear me say that. And she said to me, no wonder you're having trouble finding a niche and concentrating. It's because there isn't a single human on the planet that couldn't benefit from what I share and how I coach. So I'm going to own that now. Pressure Free is for the whole wide world. And I see Mike's on and Holly's on and Linda's on, and I'm so glad you're here. So what does that mean? You know, why can everyone benefit from this? It's because pretty much everybody on the planet, with a very few exceptions, are triggering stress hormones, and they probably aren't even realizing it. Sorry if you're just coming on, I was crying a little, and so my nose is running, my eyes are running. So what is that? Why are we doing it? It's because there's so many things in our society today that are really causing us to move into a certain state of mind that causes us to release stress hormones because it thinks that we're under attack. So those things could be toxins to your body. You could just be getting rubbed the wrong way by a person, by your boss, by your family member. In every family, we know how to push each other's buttons. We know how to get a rise out of someone. And it may seem funny to us. In fact, on March 30th, when Leela and I were doing our joint retreat, I said that, you know what? It is not okay to be pushing each other's buttons, knowingly harming them. We are harming them, even though we just think it's funny. It's not funny if someone triggers fight or flight. Because from that moment on, their body, every cell of their body is under attack. Every cell of their body is in a state that's going to take hours to recover. And then we're not our best selves. Some of us go into isolation. Some of us want to fight. Some of us become bullies. Some of us feel broken and unworthy and stuck, all because somebody pushed our buttons, or we allowed someone to push our buttons. So, you know, we have a lot of habits. We have family habits. We pick on each other in unusual ways. In our workplaces, in our schools, it's like everywhere. People are under the influence of these stress hormones. So they're saying things and doing things they don't really mean. And it has a huge effect on our society. And we're seeing it today with so many of our young people having anxiety, serious anxiety. I'm adding a new A. So today is a banner day, and I saw someone gave me a like. Thank you for that. The new A is afraid. So I was talking to a man down in Florida, and he said, well, I'm not really anxious, but I had fear here. And so I'm always thinking that fear is anxiety, but for some people, they have a strong distinction between anxiety and fear. So I'm going to use another A now, afraid. So if anything causes you to feel afraid, maybe you're afraid to ask for a promotion. Maybe you're afraid to get on a plane. Maybe you get on the plane, but you're afraid of the takeoff. I was sitting next to a gentleman for whom that was the case. And he was sitting next to the perfect person because I coached him through the takeoff and then at the landing. So he's fine when he's up in the air, but those two things cause him major anxiety. And a lot of people do have travel anxiety. Some of us don't even know it. So how do you know if you're having some issues that are causing you to release stress hormones so much? The first thing I always look at is somebody's skin and someone's facial features. It's like, how is your skin? I'm out here today, don't have any makeup on, just out in the sun. And furrowed brow, like this way, means that you're constantly going here, which is tension. How about your jaw? Do you have a tense jaw? Do you grind your teeth at night? How about your throat? Do you have trouble breathing? Do you have asthma, allergies? Those are all signs that your body is under the influence of these stress hormones. Do you have any chronic disease? Do you take medications for any reason? That's a sign that you're triggering too much of these stress hormones. Have you gone to the physician? They say, oh, you have adrenal fatigue. That's a sure sign. Hey, I see Gary and Brad on here. Thank you so much for joining. So those are sure signs. Do you have anything wrong with your heart? Do you have anything wrong with your immune system? Do you pee a lot? Do you have something messed up with your gut, with your stomach? Basically, every single disease is caused by the over-release of stress hormones or made worse by them. So no matter what you have genetically, any genetic predispositions, these stress hormones are the culprit for making it worse and for you having it chronically, like it doesn't go away. So that's how you can know if something's up. Pretty much every single person I come in contact with or I see out and around, I'm like, I just look at them like, wow, they're under the influence, they're under the influence, they're under the influence. And I can only know this because in order to break that 24-hour cycle for a female or 9-hour cycle for a male, it takes work. I've been working 10 years on it or 9 years on it. I've been working for 9 years, understanding my triggers and breaking them and stopping the cycle. So that's what I do in my course, and that's what I do with you when you work with me. And I'm telling you, it is life-saving. It is life-saving, and it doesn't just save your life, it saves everybody in your family. Because if you're overreacting, they're overreacting. So it's time to stop pushing everybody's buttons and allowing ourselves to have our buttons be pushed and jump on the pressure-free bandwagon. And literally, look out, because I am pumping it up. This thing is going worldwide after what my friend said this weekend. So pressure-free is for the world. And I'm going to create my institute like I've always dreamed. And I'm going to do research. And I'm going to have people from all over the world come here and be ambassadors back to their countries so we can get out of the mess that we're in. This overreactive, stressed out mess. And start creating a pressure-free world. And if you take a moment and think, what would it mean to live in a pressure-free world where people are not pushing each other's buttons, where people are not overreacting and causing so much stress? What would it mean to live in a pressure-free world where people don't have anxiety that causes them such seriousness that they go into depression, need medication? None of those medications are supposed to be used for long-term. So we need to change. We need to bring pressure-free to the world. So if any of you want to jump on my bandwagon, if you haven't taken my course yet, I see Gail's on. Gail's worked with me for years now. Patrick Purpose is on here. You've got to start with a pressure-free course. You've got to yourself become pressure-free. And then you can join my movement and we can literally pressure-free this world so that we don't have racism, so that we don't have so much abuse in families, we don't have domestic abuse, we don't have so much crap going on. So I'm going all in. Look out. I'm going all in, and I'm really grateful to my friend Pamela for saying pressure-free is for the world. It's for the world. It's for every child. It's for every adult. It's for every person. Hi, Vicki. Nice to see you here. It's for everybody in Chicago. It's for everybody in Michigan. It's for everybody in Venezuela. It's for everybody everywhere. So help me spread the message. If this resonates with you, if you know someone who's got too much stress in their life, please, let's connect. Let's make this happen. And go to lingalls.com. Just hit the contact button. You can go right to my calendar and enjoy this gorgeous day wherever you are. Wishing you a pressure-free day. Bye.